Hello, 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 everybody. Hello. Early morning report. Early morning report. Early morning report. Well, I'm here and I'm going to do my early morning reports. And the reason why I need to do my early morning reports is because there's people out there who needs to hear this. There's people out there who are up the wee hours of the morning. There's people who are up, who are worried, who are anxious, and they have a problem. They have problems in their house and they need communication. They need to know that there are people who suffer from the same afflictions. And I'm going to do these early morning reports until people get it. People just don't get it. People don't get that there are people out there suffering all the time, suffering psychologically, suffering emotionally due to other people. Why? Because we at times are overachievers, we are people pleasers, and we are codependents. And the community needs to get together to have a discussion about why we do that. Why? Why are you staying up? Why are you staying up worried about some man? He don't call. He walks in and out when he good and well damn well please, right? So you stay up all wee hours of the morning, worried about where this person is, where that person is, worried about why somebody hasn't called you, worry about why you can break your back for just about everybody else in the house, but yet nobody takes your feelings into considerations. Why do you do that? Why do you stay up all in the wee hours of the morning worrying about adult children who has walked out into the world, who are doing whatever they want, partying, going wherever they want, seeing whoever they feel like it, but you up worried about some grown adult child in the wee hours of the morning, right? Worried about whether they're getting arrested, worried about whether they're getting hurt, right? Why do we do that? Why do we stay up worrying about bills? You worry about bills, worried about whether or not this is getting paid, that is getting paid, right? When you have grown adult children or grown adult man or grown adult woman in the house who can help you with these bills, but you haven't enabled them. You haven't made enabled every single person in your household to not to have to worry about those bills. And now it's your full responsibility. Now you're worried about whether or not your bills are going to get paid, whether your lights are going to stay on, when it should be everybody's responsibility in the house. So you're up worried in the wee hours of the morning, worrying about why this or that is not being done. You know, some of us are staying up in the wee hours of the morning worrying about a job that is not paying you your true worth, right? They're not paying you your true worth, but you up worrying about task you didn't finish, what task you didn't finish on that job after you did 8, 9, 10 hour shifts on that job. And it's not paying you your true worth. It's not seeing you for your true value. You've been overlooked on a job for a promotion. Why do we do that? Why do we stay up doing that? Why do we stay up worrying about whether or not people like us, whether or not people care for us? Why are you staying up worried about that? Why are you up wee hours of the morning worrying about worried about what somebody else's thoughts are about you? Why codependents? Why overachievers? Why people pleasers? Why do we do that? Why do we stay up worrying about grandkids now? We worrying about grandkids now, right? After you totally enabled your grown adult children now they want you to take care of their kids too. Now you up in the wee hours of the morning worrying about grandchildren. You should be out on vacation. You should be somewhere on a cruise somewhere. But now you are starting a life over again, raising more children while your grown adult children are out having hot girl summers, hot boy summers, the entire year. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that, codependents? The thing about it is, at some point, at some point, you have to put you first. At some point, you have to ask yourself that question. Why? Why am I doing that? Why am I putting people ahead of myself? Why am I worried about a job that doesn't pay me my true value? Why am I up in the wee hours of the morning worrying about whether somebody is caring for me after I've put every single ounce of my care, every single ounce of my giving, my love, my worth into someone, and they don't think about me for a second. They don't think about me for a moment. Why do I stay up in the wee hours of the morning? Why do I get up early in the hours in the morning working for a job that doesn't pay me my true worth, having worked that job the previous day, 12-hour shifts, and I worry and I have anxieties. Why do I do that? Why do I worry about my grown adult children? Why they out having these hot girl summers, hot boy summers? Why do I do that? So it's very important that we ask ourselves these questions. Why do I choose not to put myself first? Why do I choose to be an overachiever, a people pleaser? Why do I do that? It's very important that we ask ourselves these questions, because if we don't ask ourselves these questions, let me tell you what happens. Let me tell you what happens. Friends, we lose ourselves. We lose ourselves. We become a shell of ourselves. Become a person of nothingness. As much as we achieved, as much as we've done for other people, as much effort as we put into every single body else, you turn around and you find you have nobody to lean on. When you lose a job, when you lose a job, you have nobody to ask you to help you for money for your bills, but yet you have extended yourself many a times before, giving people money, helping people with their bills, helping people with their expenses. And then when it's your turn, nobody will give you a dime, right? You have nobody to lean on when you go through heartache after you spent tireless hours of helping other people with their problems. You would have girlfriends and homegirls and homeboys and family members who you would spend hours and hours on the phone with, helping them with their emotional problems, their broken relationships, their thought process, their feelings, being their counselors and consolers and therapists, right? And then when it's your turn and you have a heartbreak and you need somebody to lean on and rely on, you have no one. You have no one. You got to ask yourself that question. Why do I do that? You have to ask yourself, why do I go to this job every single day, extend myself? Oh, yes, I'll work on this project. I'll do that. I'll help with that. I don't mind helping with that. I don't mind leading this agenda. And then no sooner than you turn around, your job is in question. They pass you over for a position, right? That you know that you deserve. Why do you do that, overachiever, people pleaser, codependent? Why do you choose to live your life like that? Why do you choose not to put yourself first every single time? If you do not ask yourself this question, you will start to find that you are a shell of yourself. You will start to find that years after years have passed and you had no one to rely on. You will start to find that in a room of people, in a huge family, or a big job, you are one person and nobody is there for you. You will find yourself lonely in a crowded room every single time, year after year after year. Nobody will listen to your thoughts. Nobody will listen to your heart. Nobody will listen to your desires. Nobody will come to the front and say, listen, you've done all of this for me, and I love you for this. So I'm here for you. Because you have been the enabler every single time for everybody else, and they will not know how to give that back to you. You have to ask yourself, why am I not putting myself first? Why do I not choose to wake up this early morning and get out there and do something for me? Why I can't have me time, me time, me time, me time? Why am I always worried about other people? Why do I get up worried about whether everyone else is eating, whether everyone else is fed, whether everyone else is happy, whether everyone else is clothed? Why do I do that? You have to put yourself first. The time is now. We are coming into a time in this world where people are out there like vultures, everyone worrying about their own true survival, everybody worrying about their own feelings, their own minds, their own thought processes. Nobody is really looking out for one another. If you find one great person, one good loving person, one great family member who comes to you and say, listen, we in this together, you keep that person. You keep that person, but it got to be a give and take. But if you find that every single time you give and no one gives back, you help and no one helps back, when it's your time when it's your time and you felt like you're crumbling and your heart is aching and your back is hurting for working long and tired shifts and your bills not getting paid and nobody's there for you, it's time to shorten your circle list. It's time to start booting these people out of your circle. It is time. Don't be afraid to let these people go. Overachievers, people pleasers, or codependents. Don't be afraid to let these people go. Too often we so afraid of loss. Too often we so afraid of abandonment that we keep people around just for the sake of it, just for the hell of it. Why? Why do we do that? Why do we choose to have these people in our house like old cans of vegetables in our cabinet that we no longer need? Why do we do that? They're not serving us. We're not gonna use them. We're not gonna, they do not feed our soul. Why are they still there? Time to clean some cabinets. Time to clean some cabinets. Do not be afraid to send them to Goodwill. Time to go. Too often we've done that. We've kept people around like old knitted sweaters given to us by our grandparents. I love you, Grandma. This shirt, I will never wear it. I'm never going to wear this shirt. Okay? Does it really hold symbolic value to me? Maybe, but it gotta go. It gotta go. It's taking up room in my closet of my soul. It gotta go. This person, let me tell you something. Family is a big word. Family is a big, big word. We hold a lot of value to the word family. Every single time a family member, even family members can be toxic. Family members will come into your life and they will hurt you like like a stranger in the street. A stranger in the street. They do something to you like they haven't known you since birth. Okay? And we think to ourselves, well, that's my family, that's my sister, that's my brother, that's my mother, that's my father, that's my cousin. Who cares? If a family member cannot do not know you for your worth, do not know you for your heart, do not love you, do not be afraid to let those people go. What does family got to do with it? Okay, the word family, it's just a word because let me tell you something, the universe provides family. When you are a good person, and you are loving yourself in totality, the universe start to provide those substitute mothers, sisters, brothers, cousins. You will always have a family member. They don't have to be of the same bloodline, but if somebody come into your heart, come into your life, whether they've been there forever or not, and they hurt you, you got to start to put yourself first. You have to start to put yourself first. You have to look into that cousin eye and say to your cousin or that sister or that brother or that mother and say, let me tell you something. I love you. I love you. Okay? You know I love you. But it's me or you. You got I have to set some boundaries for you. Yes, even for you. Family or not, I have to set some boundaries for you. And because you don't know my worth and because you are not loving me in the capacity that I'm loving you, you have to go. I'm sorry. You have to go. And until you get it right, I cannot invite you into my heart. I can't invite you into my life. I have to hold me accountable for the people that I bring into my life. Therefore, if I bring you into my life and you keep wreaking havoc in my life, what does that say about me? I love me too much. The time is now, people. Why are we doing this? Not another day, not another moment, not another hour. We have to set the agenda now. The call for action to that is now. Now, 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 now. Not tomorrow, not later. Start to go down these list of people in your life. Those people that you stayed up for every single night, worried about. Some man you worried about, some woman you worried about, some family member you worried about having said a rumor about you, some job not um, showing you your true worth. We got to start writing down this list, and we have to say next to that list, we have to say, does this person serve me? Does this job serve me? Does these people serve me? Yes, no, yes, no. And if they do not, you have a decision to make. It's a call to action, people pleasers over achievers. It's a call to action. We have to. Because if we don't, we don't set the boundaries for our soul. We don't get to, people cannot, the people we need don't get to walk into our life. We're over consumed with the wrong people. We're over consumed with thoughts giving in affirmation in always time, all of this endless amount of time to people who don't give back to us. We have to clean the closet so we could let in new cozy beautiful sweaters into our closet, the people who deserves to be there. We have to. If we don't, you will be a shell of yourself. You will be a shell of yourself. You will wake up one morning late in life, 50, 60 years old, and said, what have I done for me? What have I done for me? Right? Oh, you did a lot for other people. You did a lot for other people. You helped your sister in you get into college. You've helped, a cousin land that job. You've helped your parents in their older age. In the last stages of life, you helped a lot of people. Absolutely, you've done that. But what have you done for you? Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Do not wake up 50, 60, 70 years old and say, what did I do for me? What memories did I create for myself that I enjoyed for me? That I can say, wow, I did that for me. That was mine, only mine, only mine. Nobody could take it away. Nobody could take it away because it was mine. I valued that. It was part of my soul. It was part of who I was, my identity, me. Every single morning, people, I promise you this, because I'm not going to stay on here long. And I'm going to make sure I set my reminders for a lot of people, my schedule, so people can come in. I just did this because my soul told me to do it. It was important to. Every single morning, we're going to have a morning report. We're going to do a call of action. The call of action is, the me agenda. Okay. Me meaning me, you meaning you. Listen, but we're going to help each other do it. Okay. I'm going to hold you accountable to you. You're going to hold me accountable to myself. Overachiever, people pleasers, codependents, we have to hold each other accountable for ourselves. Okay? Because the time is now. The time is now to share those stories. The time is now for other people who have been where you were to help you, and for you to help other people for something that you overcame. The time is now. Because of in the time that we're in, people, we're in trying times. And those people, those big-hearted people, these big-hearted, big-hearted people, so heart so big that people stomp on it every single time. We got to get together. We got to form arms, and it's called the call of agenda. The call of agenda is healing. Until then, right? Write that list out. Start cleaning your closet, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. Every single morning for the healing process. Every single morning until we get strong together. See ya then.